The NBA is one of the world's premier basketball leagues. The North American League consists of 29 teams from the USA and one team from Canada, but it seems like these numbers are about to change real quick. The word on the street is that this is about to change. Seattle, Washington is about to get its own team. Let's take a look at if and when Seattle could be an NBA city again. But first, a reminder about our brand new giveaway. We're giving away a PS5 with a copy of NBA 2022 and Madden 22. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple. First of all, we know the NBA is expanding for sure. There are plenty of solid rumors that the NBA is working on adding not one, but two more teams to the league, and these rumors of league expansion continue to pick up steam with an expected date after the 2024 season final. This is despite the fact that Adam Silver, commissioner of the National Basketball Association, shot down the rumors ahead of the recent NBA Finals. The first definitive hint we got was ahead of the first game of the 2022 Finals between the Boston Celtics and the Golden State Warriors. Commissioner Silver said some things that seemed to confirm the rumor, in our opinion at least. Silver dropped hints and NBA fans instantly picked it up as, yes, an expansion is happening. He said that there was no discussions of an expansion happening at the moment, but he also went on to say that this in no way meant that expansion won't happen at all. He just confirmed that it wasn't happening at the moment. Silver said one of the main issues with expanding and adding teams is that there is bound to be a drop-off in talent because there just won't be enough super talents for the new franchises. If the talent is spread too thin across the teams, it may lead to matches that are just a little bit less exciting, and we wouldn't want that now, would we? But there is certainly a lot of chatter around that indicates a 32-team NBA in the near future, with Seattle and Las Vegas slated to be the next cities to join the games. And since the statement by the commissioner, there have been more leads on the expansion. Sports journalist John Canzano says the NBA is expected to announce two new teams once the association's current TV media rights deal expires after 2024. And now that we have a tentative date, let's take a look at why Seattle lost its basketball team in the first place. So we now know that Seattle will most likely be getting its own NBA team, and that's probably going to be after the 2024 season. The city actually used to have an NBA team. Some of you may remember the Supersonics. They were around from 1967 to 2008 and hosted big names such as Gary Payton, Shawn Kemp, and even Kevin Durant. The Seattle team was around for 40 years before moving to Oklahoma City right before the 2008-2009 season. The team moved after it failed to raise public funds to build a new Seattle arena. And honestly, ever since the NBA transformed the Seattle Supersonics into the Oklahoma City Thunder back in 2008, there's been a need to bring a basketball franchise back to this historic location on the West Coast. But it won't be the same team or a relocation of some existing team to Seattle. Instead, we could see a couple of NBA expansion teams to bring the league's number of teams to 32. Like we said, Las Vegas is also expected to get its own basketball team. But why pick Seattle to expand the franchise? So to answer that, we need to do a quick flashback to 2018. Remember when Kevin Durant came out onto the hardwood court of the KeyArena in Seattle for that preseason NBA game? Although he was playing for the reigning champion Golden State Warriors at the time, he wore a green number 40 Shawn Kemp Sonics jersey, and the crowd went absolutely wild. It was a reminder that the city hadn't had an NBA team since their team left town for Oklahoma City, and a testimony to the fact that the fans have missed having a home team very, very much. The city hasn't even hosted a game in 14 years except for that one preseason game. It was actually cruel for the coastal city's basketball fans. They've literally been starved. Durant went on to say after the game that it was a basketball city. Surely the executives at the NBA were listening. Later this year in October, there will be another preseason game hosted by the city. It will feature the Los Angeles Clippers taking on the Portland Trailblazers. The game will take place in the newly renovated Climate Pledge Arena, previously known as KeyArena. It's the perfect venue for hoops, with a capacity for almost 18,000 seats. One of the reasons that the Sonics moved from Seattle was that the city didn't have adequately modern facilities. That's no longer the case. It's the upgraded arena, as well as a population of 750,000 people and 4 million people in the surrounding area. That's more than enough people to fill up the stadiums and buy merch. So as Durant said, Seattle is a basketball city, but maybe not an NBA city just yet. For starters, the WNBA's Seattle Storm still exists. They didn't leave with the Sonics. Seattle Mayor Bruce Harrell also added fuel to the fire that the NBA could be returning to his city. He said that the odds are very high. We think it's probably just a matter of time before the expansion is announced. As for the question of when, all clues point towards 2024. Until then, we wait and watch. And now let's take a look at some other NBA news. First, Ben Simmons and Philadelphia 76ers 76ers settle his grievance over his salary. Now, if you recall, Ben Simmons had refused to play for the team last season, which led to the team management withholding nearly $20 million worth of his remuneration. Eventually, he was traded to the Brooklyn Nets in February this year for a package headlined by one James Harden. Simmons was seeking a portion of the amount that was withheld. The latest on the issue is that the two parties have settled the grievance. The terms of the agreement remain confidential, but the fact that the agreement did in fact take place was reported and confirmed by both ESPN and the Associated Press. The reason that the player gave for not playing was that he had some mental health concerns. After he moved to Brooklyn, he missed the whole season because of back problems. Honestly, he'd been having a bit of a tough time with the 76ers. In 2016, he was the #1 pick for the Philadelphia team and even became an All-Star, but he ended up facing a lot of criticism after he struggled when his top-seeded team lost to the Atlanta Hawks in the Eastern Conference semifinals last year. Good to know that there's no hard feelings anymore between the two parties, hopefully. And in some somber news, Pete Carroll has passed away. The Hall of Fame coach, Pete Carroll, spent 10 seasons with the Sacramento Kings and led the Princeton team to 11 appearances in the NCAA tournament. He died on Monday at the age of 92. A statement from Princeton was released by Carroll's family. It said he died peacefully this morning, but did not give a cause of death. During Carroll's 29 seasons as the Tigers coach, his teams won 13 Ivy League titles and posted a 514-261 record without the benefit of scholarship players. After leaving Princeton, Carroll jumped to some fairly unfamiliar ground, the NBA. He spent 10 seasons as an assistant coach with the Sacramento Kings. He helped them win 2 Pacific Division titles and a spot in the 2002 Western Conference Finals. He joined the Washington Wizards in 2007, but returned to the Kings in 2009. His friends and former players remember him as honest and caring, while being a great judge of character. He was sharp and introspective, and more down-to-earth rather than the country club type. We wish his family well during this difficult time. And finally, the NBA will announce the complete 2022-23 schedule on 17th August. The complete schedule for the games and their national broadcast will be revealed on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. They also announced that no games will be played on 8th November. That's Election Day, actually. It seems that they want to encourage unbiased civic engagement and basically tell the fans that they should go out and vote. In the upcoming months, the various NBA teams will share information on their state's voting process and voter registration deadlines. A day before the elections, the league will use games to amplify the work of each team to promote civic engagement in their respective markets and share important voting resources from our partners. So, as you put together your viewing schedule for the 2023 season, add in the election day as well to go and vote. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think that Seattle is going to get an NBA team soon? And will the team still be called the Supersonics? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.